We have wood in back of the door. And I think our ad is it 10 o'clock already?
It is.
Wow.
Good morning. Good morning. There I am.
Good morning.
How is everyone today? Bracing for heat? Good. Well, you guys have done this with me several thousand times, so I'm pretty sure that you know how it goes, but I sing something, you echo me back, and then we have this thing in the middle where we all sing a lot of words really quickly. But feel free to dance in your chair or on your feet, I don't care. I am very grateful for the life that I have. I am fully nourished by the life that I have. I am very grateful for the love that I give. I am fully nourished by the love I receive. Here's the fast part. I'm happy, healthy, and whole. You're happy, healthy, and whole. We're all happy, healthy, and whole. And all connected in spirit. God loves us just as we are. Adores us just as we are. We all are worthy and love rise up and cheer. And I am very grateful for the friends in my life. I am fully nourished by the friends in my life. I am very grateful for the journey that I'm on. I am fully nourished by the journey that I'm on. Fast forward. I'm happy, healthy, and whole. You're happy, healthy, and whole. We're all happy, healthy, and whole. And all connected in spirit. God loves us just as we are. Adores us just as we are. We all are worthy and love rise up and cheer. And I am very grateful for my whole life experience. I am fully nourished by my whole life experience. I am very grateful to be living in the spirit. I am fully nourished by living in the spirit. And I am very grateful to be living in the spirit. I am very grateful just to know that I am part of it all. Very good, very good.
Yay, good morning and welcome. Good morning, another beautiful toasty day in the Pacific Northwest. But that's all right, we'll take the sunshine, it'll be raining soon enough. Right? So enjoy, be grateful. All right, so do we have anybody here for the first time today? No, and that's okay. We welcome everyone, and we thank our musician of the day, David Duvall. Yay. All right. I've lost track. I'm so excited about music, I've lost my track. Here we go. All right. Are we ready? Where are we? There we go. I am one with spirit. David.
I know I've done this one with you guys several times too, so if you're familiar with the song, sing out and help those who haven't heard it. I am one with spirit, I am one, I am one with spirit divine. I am one with spirit, I am one, I am one with all space and time. All right, let's do that verse one more time, shall we? I am one with spirit, I am one, I am one
things don't happen just naturally. A lot of people are involved in making this happen. Today we have David Duvall, yay. Our board member of the week, Mary Ellen. Be doing that. She's also the hospitality host along with our dear Laura, yay. Chaplain is Nora, and she's also stepping in for Youth Ed. And of course, Spick and Span Angels is everybody. And of course, our technology director and a personal favorite of mine, Mark Swink. All right, and if you are new today to Unity of Bremerton, we welcome you in the spirit of love. We want you to know no matter where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcomed here. We know that the world is a better place when we are willing to share our hearts. We give you this heart as a symbol of the steadfast spirit that lives within each of us. And we ask you to carry this symbol as a member of this Red Heart Fellowship. Let it be a reminder that the love of God is always with you and to share your heart wherever you go. The Red Heart, as a symbol of fellowship in the world, can spread love one heart at a time. Let's start the movement here. And for those who are watching us online, I am watching our numbers grow for subscribing, which is exciting. So those who are watching us online, please continue to watch us several times. We always have a good variety of speakers. You never know what we'll be up to, so please tune in. Alrighty, so our Unity happenings. Speaking of what we're up to, let's see, this Wednesday evening we have our Peninsula Photo Club meeting at 6:30 in the evening. So no matter what you use to take pictures, whether it be a phone or a high-end digital camera, everybody's welcome. We discuss different techniques. We may watch some learning videos and we learn from each other. So it's just a lot of fun. So please feel free to join us. Next Sunday, July 22nd, Reverend Joanna Gabriel will be here. Yep, yay, we love Joanna. And July 29th, we'll have Reverend Karen Hamilton back. We love Karen too. And just stay tuned. We've got a lot of exciting things coming on in the coming months. So always check in. And then of course, Thursday evenings, we have our Course in Miracles group that meets at 7 to 8. Anybody's welcome, whether you're familiar or just curious what that's about. Please join them and check it out. You never know. And next is our weekly board report with Mary Ellen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you to those who helped us at the Midsummer Healing and Intuitive Arts Fair. We were able to share a lot of information about Unity with many very nice people, and we had a great time. It's annual membership renewal time, and we have copies of the 2018 membership forms available in the fellowship area. Please fill it out and turn it in using the tray on the counter outside the office. Membership renewal time will end at the end of July. We want to remind you that we are live streaming our service. We ask that you keep conversation down because it will be picked up, especially during the candle lighting and paper burning time. Also, please be sure that your cell phones are on off or on vibrate. We want to remind everyone that prayer requests forms are available in the pockets at the back of the seats, and you can put them in the prayer box up front. The chaplains are also available to pray with you after service on Sunday. North Kitsap has a weekly meditation Thursday, July 19th at 7 p.m. Oneness Blessing Diksha with Rose Rydell and Bill Mullen will create our blessing circle. Rose and Bill are usually not available on Thursdays, but are able to join us this month, so don't miss them. We meet with meditation every Thursday night at the Fellowship Hall in the Faith Episcopal in Poulsbo. Our craft fair rummage sale is set for Saturday, November 17th. For those who have signed up, please start thinking about what you want to share or start creating the items you want to sell. There will be a meeting Sunday, August 5th after service for those who can attend to start planning the event. If you haven't already signed up, please do so on the sign-up sheet in the fellowship area. We are temporarily discontinuing the Food for Life collection. Charlene has already told Pastor Art that she would not be able to continue, and he said that was okay. We are reaching out to Pastor Art and will get the items already collected to him. Please stop by the table in the fellowship area to see all the sign-up sheets that we have for the events we have coming up. We have a variety of activities going on each month. Stay tuned for more events as we ease into the summer months. Boy, we are right in the middle of it. Heat wave. And if you want to stay up to date with our activities, be sure to sign up for our weekly e-blast newsletter. As always, if you have any suggestions, questions, or concerns, please ask a board member. Thank you.
We're in summer, all right. Oh, goodness, I think I have my own personal summer going on, but that's another story. All right, so now it's time for the lighting of the Christ candle. TMI, maybe. This candle represents the divine light within each of us. All right, now we'll read our mission statement together.
We are a welcoming community supporting our mutual quest for spiritual truth.
And our invocation statement of faith.
There is one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotence.
And now it's time for handshakes and hugs, and remember to be gentle. You never know where something might be hurting, but so if you're not a huggy person, shoot out that hand because we're a huggy bunch.
Looking for you. I'm listening forward. I'm noticing all the blues around here. She's got great Send some of this on me. I'm seeing so much blue today.
The screen says it's time for one more song. This is a song I don't believe I've shared with you guys yet, so it's pretty easy to follow along. The words are on the screen behind me, and you can start singing whenever you're done now. Just as I am, you see me as perfection. Just as I am, you love me anyway. Just as I am, you give me your protection. Just as I am, just as I am. Just as I am, you seek me in your presence. Just as I am, you bless my every day. Just as I am, you show unending patience. Just as I am, just as I am. You know I'm still a work in progress. You see all that I could be. You touch my soul when my life's out of control. You use so much patience on me. Just as I am, you welcome me to love you. Just as I am, you guide me on
Today's daily word, healing. Spiritual understanding expresses as healing for myself and others. There is no obvious consistency in the healings of Jesus that are described in the four Gospels. Some involve the laying on of hands, while at other times the healing is achieved at a distance. All Gospel reports a variety of healings taking place, yet none explain just how Jesus did his work. The Gospel of Luke shares that Jesus speaks to them about the kingdom of God. Jesus knew that healing could occur with a change in consciousness, whatever the physical, mental, or emotional symptoms. Faith in new and unlimited possibilities allow a healing to take place. By focusing on the kingdom of new consciousness to which Jesus calls us, spiritual understanding can and will express as healing. From Luke 9, verse 11, he welcomed them and spoke to them about the kingdom of God and healing those who needed to be cured. Today, spiritual understanding expresses as healing for myself and others. God bless us.
Well, yes, you are going to sing along, and there are no words up on the screen, but I can guarantee you, you'll figure this out as it goes along. There's a reason I asked them not to put it up there. The thing about love is it's there when you need it, and it's also there when you forget that you do. Real love is endless, it's indestructible, it moves through any barrier, refreshingly true. The thing about love is it's there when you need it, and it's also there when you forget that you do. Anybody out there testify to that particular one? Yeah. Isn't that nice? It shows up when it needs to. The thing about friends is they're there when you need them. I bet you know the next line. They're also there when you forget that you do. True friends are timeless, they're irreplaceable. They'll break through any barrier to be there for you. Sing along with me. The thing about friends is they're there when you need them, and they're also there when you forget that you do. How about that one? Anybody got testimonies for those? Yes. So not very many hands raised. There we go. Here's one I'm sure you'll enjoy. The thing about change is it's there when you need it. Please join me. It's also there when you forget that you do. Changing brings growing, it's unavoidable, and it sneaks round every barrier to bring something new. All together now. The thing about change is it's there when you need it. It's also there when you forget that you do. I'm almost afraid to ask, but anybody have testimonies? Yeah? Anybody like it better than I do? Because I really don't like that part. It's good, but I really don't like that part. The thing about spirit is it's there when you need it. You know the It's also there when you forget that you do. Spirits in all things. It's indestructible. It can't see any barrier to living in you, and you. Together. The thing about spirit is it's there when you need it. It's also there when you forget that you do. And you'd think 4 verses would be enough, but no, I wrote a tag because there's more. And the thing about life is that it's got all of that in it. Over and over, we get reminded it's true. And every so often, we learn what we already knew. Yes? Don't you find that it's true? Sometimes we need to learn what we already knew. I still like that part better than change. Oh, I get used to the way things are, and I actually keep my my laptop computer, because I use it so often for composing and writing and stuff, and I keep it offline except once a month for 2 minutes when I have to get on, so it knows that I've still paid for my Office 360 subscription, and then I turn it right back off, because I don't want them updating it. I don't want to relearn every month how to work my computer. And it's not designed for that. They want you hooked up to that thing all the time, so you're part of the Borg collective, and you have to do it the way they want it. No. I say no.
Phones too.
Mm-hmm. The phone I kind of have to just deal with. Every time they change my phone, I have to cope. So when Sadie and I were talking about my filling the usual talk time with music, I said I wasn't sure that things would have a theme, but I discovered when I made my choices, they do have a theme. Amazing how that works, and surprisingly enough, it sort of ties into the word for the day, which was interesting. The theme for these songs really is growth and healing that comes from listening to life. Which, I feel much better about now that I'm 60 than I did when I was 20, because 20 life was not listening to me at all. Anybody else feel like 20 again? Like, you are not doing what I want. I found great entertainment when my youngest daughter announced to me at 14 exactly how her life was going to go. And I said, well, that's lovely. We'll keep track of how often those check marks, yes, I changed mine. It's all, she's 24, it's all gone. Everything on her list is gone and away. So these songs that I chose to sing with you today, many of them will allow you, if you want to stand up and dance, I really don't care. I really don't care. You're welcome to shimmy in your seat, that's fine. But they're all things that I either wrote or somebody else wrote that really spoke to me as I rounded my corner into my 60s in October. This song was written by my friend Lori Jones, who's a singer-songwriter out of the Portland area. She says she's out of Portland. She lives just outside Battleground. Does anybody know where Battleground is? Right. Well, it's northeast of Vancouver, Washington, but nobody knows that, so she says she's based in Portland, and people go, whatever. I fell in love with this song when I first heard it because the words just blew me away. When she recorded it, the way she wrote it, it's a really nice, gentle sort of rock ballad. But not when I recorded it. I changed it a little bit. Because, go ahead. We needed to find music that was the essence of me. That will make sense momentarily. So many years, so many seasons, following many of yous. Every venture coming and going as I'm pulled towards deeper truths. The hurting, the crying, the stumbling and the trying, it's all just part of a greater good. What falls away brings me closer to what I'm meant to be. What falls away is lifting me higher, up where I can't see. With a kiss goodbye, I let go of all the tattered pieces. What falls away reveals the essence of me. The essence of me. Every step now, every decision is rooted by spirit in me. Embracing the path now ever more fully, drawing to it what I need. What falls away brings me closer to what I'm meant to be. What falls away lifts me higher, up where I can't see. With a kiss goodbye, I let go of all the tattered pieces. What falls away reveals the essence of me. The essence of me. The hurting, the crying, the stumbling and the trying, they're all just part of a greater good. What falls away brings me closer to what I'm meant to be. What falls away is lifting me higher, up where I can see. With a kiss goodbye, I let go of all the tattered pieces. What falls away reveals the essence of me. What falls away brings me closer to what I'm meant to be. What falls away is lifting me higher. With a kiss goodbye, oh, the tattered pieces. What falls away reveals the essence. What falls away brings me closer to what I'm meant to be. And it lifts me higher, where I can see. Essence of me. It brings me closer, so much closer.
What falls away?
Because disco songs never end. Never end. Thank you. I sort of half expected Lori to unfriend me after I played her what I did to her beautiful song. And she was actually said, well, I never thought of it that way. But she didn't, we actually still communicate. It's very nice.
That's why you're friends.
Excuse me?
That's why you're friends.
Well, yeah, actually, but that is why we're friends. She also started her career in the theater and then moved more into music, as I did. And we just don't believe in letting petty little stuff get in the way, but I think she was really flattered that I liked the song. But aren't those great words? I find myself singing them to myself whenever I need to sing them to myself because something just happened. And because the falling away part doesn't always feel good. At least I find in my experience, sometimes it's actually kind of jarring or painful. But give me like 5 hours or a night's sleep or something, and I'll adjust. I see heads nodding. Doesn't it just take a little bit of time? Then all of a sudden you're going, I feel so much lighter now. That worked. That was I can cope with that. That's okay. This next one is also a song I didn't write, and it's from my theater world. And I debated for a long time as to whether I would include it on the 3 CD series that is now finally just finished and available for sale after the service. 3 CDs, 3 different CDs, each about an hour long. And I wasn't sure if I was going to put this one on it, but then I decided I really needed to because the world situation changed. The song was written in 1960. Well, it was written in 63 for a show that opened in 1964 by Stephen Sondheim. As you hear the words, I want you to keep in mind that they are 56 years old, these words. I couldn't, however, bring myself to sing it in a Broadway style because I just don't do that. So I changed the musical genre on this one as well, and people told me that I couldn't do it this way, but I said, you know, hold my hot chocolate, here we go. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't, it isn't right. Don't, it isn't nice. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't walk on the grass. Don't disturb the peace, don't skate on the ice. Well, I say do, I say walk on the grass, it was meant to feel. I say sail, tilt at the windmill, and if you fail, you fail. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't get out of line. When they say that, then maybe that's a sign 9 times out of 10 that you were doing just fine. Instrumental break. See, it works as a bluegrass song, doesn't it? Make just a ripple. Come on, be brave. This time a ripple. Next time a wave. Sometimes you have to start small, climbing the tiniest wall. Maybe you're going to fall, but it's better than not starting at all. Everybody says no, everybody says stop, everybody says mustn't rock the boat, mustn't touch a thing. Everybody says no, everybody says wait, everybody says can't fight City Hall, can't upset the cart, can't laugh at the king. Well, I say try, I say laugh at the kings or they'll make you cry. Lose your poise, fall if you have to, but honey, make a noise. Everybody says don't, everybody says stop, everybody says wait around for miracles. That's the way the world is made. I insist on miracles. If you do them, miracles, nothing to them. I say don't be afraid. I do want to be clear that I'm not advocating for complete anarchy with that song. What I'm advocating for is really the last line. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to stand up for the things that you believe you need to stand up for. Don't let people in power run over you. If you think that there's a different opinion, say so. I had, this is not going to be political, this is just going to be a thing, so I'm not going to bring church and state together. I got Facebook slapped. Anybody ever been Facebook slapped? Yeah, that's when somebody gets on, particularly somebody who doesn't know you and decides to read you the riot act for something you've said. I had a friend of mine had posted a thing for his friends saying that if they were terrified of something that had recently happened, that his door was open and they could come over and they could all love and feel good together. And I said, well, I'd like to come over and love and feel good together, but I'm really not terrified. And this 25-year-old woman got all up in my face and just screamed at me because I wasn't terrified of what was going on. And I ordered back and I said, well, you're welcome to feel terrified. I'm not telling you you can't feel terrified, but I'm not, and I can tell you why I'm not. I mean, I'm concerned, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm a lot of things, but terrified is not one of them. The primary reason I'm not terrified is that everything that is currently being rolled back, I am old enough to have already lived through. So it's not as though it's fresh territory for me. We did this once already, and we beat most of it back. And there were fewer of us last time standing up for love and inclusion and equality. There's more of us now. So it's a momentary thing, but I think that in the long run, as long as people still hang on to unconditional love being the proper way to be an alive human, I think that will come back. So I'm not scared. I'm just angry that everything we did for 40 years is being slowly but slowly. Anybody else feel like that's happening?
It's going to take a long time.
Yeah. You know, I think it's just for us to get to the Gene Roddenberry universe is going to take more generations than I thought. He got it. Okay, very good. So 96% of the time when I write a song, I write the words first, because I don't think in words. I think in notes and harmonies, and that's my first language. So I have to translate what I want to say into verbiage so that I can have a lyric that makes sense. This next song is one of the 3.5% that came out music first. And I also, anybody see the movie, I think it's called Inside Out, where that girl has like 5 people in her head?
Yeah.
If I only had 5 people in my head. I mean, there's roughly like 20 to 25 on any given day. And it's quite a mess up there. But the composer wrote this song, and then the lyricist came up with words that were really great, and then the singer was going, but there's no time to breathe, and there's no time to think. So when I recorded it, we used the dovetail trick that Beyonce and several other pop people do. You know, when they finish one line and before that's done, you hear their voice coming in on another sentence. You've heard that before? It's really great, except if you're trying to sing live, because then you've got to figure out where you're breathing. So all of that is a really sort of long-ass way of prefacing that I'm going to have my words here because they'll go too fast, and I'm going to try to get all the breaths in so I don't miss any words. But this is, I love the message of this song, I really, really do. So I wanted to share it today because it really is about the healing and that comes with growth and listening to what life is telling you. And you may dance. Somewhere around 20 years old, I saw her and I dreamt of her and how I wanted her so. I thought there wasn't a chance for any kind of romance, but now I've come to know that that wasn't so. Ain't that a kick in the pants? Well, what a long time to waste on disappointment. It's one more thing there's no need to regret. An adventure never meant to happen. A dream I'd probably be wise to forget. You know I can't deny that this is no lie. If we've been lovers, we've been fit to be tied. I'm glad that I can say, as friends we never strayed. You know it's clear things worked out better this way. Can you relate? This should have happened. It didn't. What a good thing. I wanted something like fame, success attached to my name, but that meant less time spent with my kids, so I bowed out of the game. Then I met a man whose life brought him all the things I thought that I wanted. And he envied me, my family said that I had the life that he wanted. Well, what a long time to waste on disappointment. Just one more thing, there's no need to regret. An adventure never meant to happen. A dream I know I'd be wise to forget. I didn't miss a thing, not living like a king. That knowledge lifted me like a bird on the wing. So here's a brand new day, I'm gonna be okay. You know it's clear things worked out better this way. Travel through time and drop a message in rhyme to that kid who thought that he knew how his whole life should be designed. I'd tell him, listen my friend, your road's got corners and bends, but those bring you straight to your truth, which works out great in the end. Waste long times lost in disappointment. There's so many things there's no need to regret. Some adventures just aren't meant to happen. Some dreams you're gonna be wise to forget. So honey, don't despair, no matter where or where. You're gonna wind up grateful that you were there. Even the worst of times can bring a great surprise. I'm here as truth, the journey's well worth the ride. You know it all adds up, go fill your loving cup. Because with that, all things are always enough. Live in the here and now, it all works out somehow. Enjoy each precious, precious moment that life allows. So here's a brand new day, we're gonna be okay. Cause now it's clear, things work out better this way. You know it's a brand new day, we're gonna be okay. Cause now it's clear, things work out better this way. It's all gonna work out better this way. Thank you. See what I mean? Yes. They still fight. In my head, they still fight. The singer's going, what? Composer goes, it's so cool, it's so cool. And the lyricist says, those are very wise words. And the arranger's going, the band is kicking butt. Yes, that's true. And the singer, I still can't breathe.
I found myself breathing for you.
Thank you. It's very smooth on the recording, but I'm, double tagging myself, so it works out really well. This next song was written by one of my life angels as a music person. Do y'all have people in the arts and the public eye who seem to show up at just the right time? You may or may not have ever met. I actually got to meet this one last summer, about just over a year ago, July 6th. But she would put out a new album every time there was a major crisis in my life. There'd be a song in it that spoke to what was going on with me, and I could find the inspiration I needed to keep moving. Her name is Melissa Manchester. Anybody know that beyond Midnight Blue? Great, lovely lady. I sent her she was part of the people who did the Concert for America at the Fifth Avenue last summer that raised money for things. And I'd sent her a note ahead of time and said I wanted to meet her after the concert, and I got a chance to, and she threw her arms around me and gave me what can only be described as the biggest Jewish mama hug. Anybody ever gotten a Jewish mama hug? It's slightly more breath constricting than a Hispanic mama hug. And anybody had a Hispanic mama hug? Yeah, those are almost snake-like. But anyway, she just threw her arms around me. We had a lovely conversation. It was really great, and I got a chance to thank her for all of the stuff she had done that helped me get through the challenging parts of my life. This song she wrote, I think 4 or 5 years ago, and when I heard it last year, as I was getting ready to turn 60 and was working on this 3 CD series, I went, well, that has to be the last song on the series. So I believe I can get through it. Here we go. They say you never hear it coming, all the tiny little breaks. Somewhere out beyond all reason, I keep on giving what it takes. I never thought of running, I was busy carrying the load. I had strength enough to take it, but not enough to let it go. It's been a long time coming down a broken road, but finally I can feel without fearing, cry without the pain, stand up and love me without any shame. It might have been a rough way to learn it, and a hard place to land, but there's one thing I'm sure of now. I know who I am. Oh, I know who I am. Well, if somebody would have told me there was a better place to be, in my quiet desperation, it would be too hard to believe. I guess you've got to go the distance to know just when enough's enough. I won't let nobody take it from me, 'cause I know what I'm made of. And there's nothing, no, nothing I can't rise above. 'Cause finally I can feel without fearing, cry without the pain, stand up and love me without any shame. It might have been a rough way to learn it, a hard place to land, but there's one thing I'm sure of now. Yes, man that is worthy, man who's deserving whatever it is. I can take it, whatever it takes. I'm gonna make it, 'cause finally I can feel without fearing, cry without the pain, stand up and love me without any shame. It might have been a rough way to learn it, and a hard place to land, but there's one thing I know for sure, and there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that I know who I am. Oh, yes, I know who I am. Thank you. Every time I sing or listen to that song, I keep wishing it took fewer years than 60 to get to that spot. But on the other hand, there's nothing in those 60 years, as I look back on them, that I would want to get rid of now. I'd like my 24-year-old body back. But if I have to choose between that and the rest of it, I'm going to just stick with this thing and try and hold it together for as long as I can. We're going to move into meditation at the moment. It's going to be a non-guided meditation. I'm just going to do what I call MSU, which is making stuff up. And I'm going to do that for about, yeah, same letter, doesn't really matter. I encourage you to close your eyes, drift off. If anything that I've sung this morning has brought something up for you, think about it, think on it. If you need to look at it from a new positive way and to see how it served you over time, try that. If it just stares at you with the face and it doesn't want to move, say, okay, well, we'll keep talking. I still have a few things back here that I haven't fully dealt with yet, but I'm really clear at the moment that when I can make peace with them and understand their value, it just serves me so much better than hanging on to the pain and the frustration, because that don't get anybody anyplace. So I'll have one more song to share at the end of the meditation, but zone out, enjoy. When I was young, the world was full of treasures. Every star was shining just for me. So many prizes, so many pleasures, all those tomorrows still to be. But as the saying goes, time can fly so fast. The bud becomes the rose, and roses, well, roses never last. But I'll always leave the door a little open. I love to feel the breeze that's drifting by. Though my dreams are few, and how I'd love them to come true, I always leave my heart a little room to fly. I'll always hold the day a little closer. There'll always be another song I want to sing, and so I'll never care if winter's in the air. I know I'll always see a sign of spring, and when I see that sign, will I close the door again? Starts to be once more again in my cozy shell. And when I taste the wine, will I drink my fill again? Start to get that thrill again and surrender to its spell. Oh well, I'll always leave the door a little open, 'cause that's the only way I know I can survive. Believing life's a chance for more than just romance. Believing that it's wonderful, it's magical, it's beautiful. Believing that it's good to be alive. Thank you so much for letting me sing to you today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello. Thank you, David Duvall. Yay! All right, that was fun. Took me back to my school and Broadway and musical days. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, now, there we go. Okay, all right, it's that time. As you're preparing your tithes and love offerings today, think about how blessed you are. And as you are writing your check or giving your gift, send your blessings out. And we'll have the candle lighting and paper burning offering available also.
grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am blessed.
I think he is. Jim, you don't have to play
Okay, if Mary Ellen and Nora can join us up front here. And we'll say this together.
I give willingly, joyfully, and lovingly, knowing that God is the constant source of my supply. I give with graciousness and receive with gratitude.
Thank you. All righty, so who's got good news? I know we've got some in the
I
room.
do.
Yes, ma'am.
My friend Jason, who used to be my boss, now lives back east. His former wife grew up in Unity. Has been on the transplant list for maybe a year or more, being in stage 4 renal failure, and got a new kidney last weekend. And he named it Dean Bean.
Dean the Bean, the
Uh-huh,
kidney.
but- Yes, and it's still having trouble waking up. So he's asking for prayers for Dean the Bean, wake up.
There you go. We're going to pray for Dean the Bean to wake up. All right. Anybody else? Yes, Miss Sally.
Well, there's a wedding in the family today.
Yes.
Maddie is being married at 5 o'clock.
And the person who's marrying her is Tom Martin, who used to be in the church with the ponytail and the
Yeah, lovely
Hawaiian
voice.
shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tom Martin, well, wonderful,
Yeah.
congratulations.
So yeah, he lives in California, and they flew him up, and
Very
that's what she
nice.
wanted.
There you go, and the bride gets what she wants on her wedding day, doesn't she? Yes,
He
or
was
you
the
have
minister-
bridezilla
he
to
was the
contend
minister
with.
when she was growing up in the big church.
Oh, awesome,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh,
All right, anybody else, any good news? Laura has some good news, I know to be a fact. No pressure or anything.
I signed a agreement to purchase my first home here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yay! She found herself a condo with water view. I know, rough life, right? Welcome to the
All these
Pacific
trees kind of
Northwest.
freak me out all in one place.
Yeah, she didn't want to be surrounded by trees, she wanted to have a water view, and I'm like, well, it's gonna be a little tough, or it's gonna be really, really
First place I
pricey.
lived at.
But this gal, I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know where, but universe seems to go, oh, you would like this, here you go. So, there she is, it's beautiful, we're very excited. Closing not August 9th or so, yay! All right, anybody else?
We have somebody that chose to have his birthday morning here with us.
Oh, Jeffrey's birthday? Oh, well, come on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jeffrey. Happy birthday to you. Lovely. Anybody else? Any more? I just love good news. We can keep going with this all day.
My tomato plants are finally giving birth to little tomatoes.
Me too. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I got baby bell peppers and little baby tomatoes, so bring them on. All right. All right, and then just a reminder, Miss Nora is chaplain of the day, so if you have anything you'd like some prayer support, whether it be, a need or a big prayer of gratitude, Miss Nora will be here to assist with that. And let's see, what else have we got going on? All right, no kiddos today, but we will join hands and sing our peace song.
Let's see which way we do it. I'm good. I'm gonna turn around.
protects us. The presence of God watches over us.